Have you ever noticed that there are people who always remain so happy and lucky all the time, even when they are not the richest or smartest? Their days seem to be so relaxing and easy, they always have a smile on their face, everything they do seems to be so smooth, and there are other people who are always unlucky. Nothing seems to go their way, and they are easily irritated and frustrated on a daily basis. Well, if you are the first group, I don't know if this video is necessary for you, but if you are the second one, or if you belong to the third group who don't even know which category you fall into because your life has always been, so-so, not so good, not so bad, then stick around and watch this video until the end because I'm going to show you how you can become the universe's favorite. Now, the first thing that we need to understand here is what's going on inside the mind of people who never consider themselves the universe's favorite. There are some shared beliefs among these people, and I understand this on such a deep and personal level because I used to be the one who believed that life is not fair and the universe is never on my side. The most frequent things I often told myself are, I'm not very lucky, or this will probably fail, and because I believed that there's a high chance thing would go wrong, I always had a plan B, a backup option in case the first one fails, and some sort of, mental preparation for how to cope with it. This is a typical example of how some people set themselves up for failure because they think about their future with so much fear, anxiety, worry, insecurity. They have instilled these imaginary worst-case scenarios in their subconscious mind and subconsciously accepted them as truths, and there's nothing that your subconscious mind believes to be true that will not become reality. You have to remember that whatever thought and visualization that you are holding with the strongest and most consistent emotions will prevail and materialize. That's exactly how you created the present reality that you are experiencing right now. And because you have been living with so much underlying fear and anxiety, you are stuck in the survival paradigm. Fear and anxiety become the strongest emotions, and whatever you fear and are anxious about will just naturally happen. That's why some people who consider themselves, to be unlucky, unblessed, unsupported, will remain unlucky, unblessed, unsupported, as if they have stepped into this endless loop of self-fulfilling prophecies, and they are very doomy. There's another characteristic of this group of the unfavored, and that is most of the time they are completely unaware of the connection between their mind and their reality. They just mindlessly go through their days, and if something good happens, they are happy. And if something bad happens, they are stunned and don't understand why this unfavorable event befell them. Their lack of self-awareness and self-understanding is the first cause for all the unnecessary suffering that they later have to undergo. So, a side note here is that if you want to become the universe's favorite, the first thing that you need to do is to cultivate an ability to observe and understand your inner world, for self-knowledge is the compulsory prerequisite for any kind of transformation. You need to understand all the mental processes that have been lowering your consciousness in order to raise it up again. Now, moving on to the next part, and I know you've been waiting for this one. I'm going to tell you what's going on inside the mind of the universe's favorites and how you can become one of them. I'll make it very straightforward and simple for you. First of all, people who are the universe's favorites regard themselves as their own favorites. They are their own favorites first, and that's why they become the universe's favorites. What does that mean? It means these people see themselves as the most valuable and powerful being in this entire universe. They know that everything they want, they can provide it for themselves. They know that they have all the abilities, skills, tools, and mental attitudes to achieve their desired reality. They are well aware of the fact that inside themselves is a boundless source of abundance and power, and that they do not need to seek anything from the external world to feel more valued. They have this unwavering confidence and faith in themselves and the things that they want to materialize. They have the audacity to dream and become one with their dreams. And because they have such a high opinion of themselves, the world will see them in the same way. As Neville Goddard wrote, every man's conception of himself is going to be his reward. Life makes no mistakes and always gives man that which man first gives himself. So you see, you value yourself, the world will value you. You believe that you are abundant and loved, the world will prove it to you, as within as without. So that's your first important note. People who are the universe's favorites are their own favorites. Remember it. Now I'm going to tell you the second and also the last characteristic of the universe's favorites. Please listen carefully. People who are the universe's favorites see everything as their favorites. Remember what I talked about, the inner world of people who deem themselves unlucky and unfavored? They are always anxious and fearful. They have this really bad habit of envisioning worst-case scenarios and mentally preparing for them in advance. They always think that life is unfair and demanding and frustrating and disappointing. Reverse all of these things, and you become the universe's favorite. You see, whatever situation or circumstance that you are facing right now presents you two choices. You can either dwell on it, be fixated on it, direct all of your attention to it, and be miserable and repeat the same cycle next time. Or you can choose a different path by shifting your focus to positivity and meaning, by not falling into the illusion of the physical reality, which is nothing but the residue of the past, by practicing self-control, and by delaying your automatic reaction. When you do not react to something immediately, you will have a chance to step back and observe everything with more clarity. So people who are the universe's favorites never divide things into good or bad, positive or negative, because they believe that everything is happening in their favor. They know that so well, and they also know that even in the direst circumstance lies the seed of transformation and growth. That's the mindset of winners. The last thing that I have to tell you is that the universe actually has no favorites. The universe is very neutral and impersonal, and its laws will apply to everyone and anyone, just like gravity and electricity. It's just that your self-perception and your worldview will determine whether you become the unfavored or the favored. So if you believe that you are the universe's favorite, by favoring yourself and favoring everything that is happening around you, you will become the universe's favorite. It's just as simple as that. So work with yourself. Work with yourself. Do not try to change the external world. Just work with yourself first, and everything else will work for you.